When Jamie Farr sings, does he hit a low G or a high C? Does Marcia Warfield prefer a purloin steak or a porterhouse? And does Jimmy Alec like his steak well done? We'll find out the answer to these questions and a lot more as we play television's funniest new game show, Wordplay. And here's the star of Wordplay, the Cranberry Word,
Good day, all. Welcome to Wordplay. So happy to have you in our studio audience and there at home. Having great fun. Having great fun as we always do on this here show. You not only earn words for your vocabulary, but you have a heck of a lot of fun along with it because these guys come up with definitions that are absolutely unbelievable.
Hysterical. I don't know where we get it.
Absolutely. I know. Well, that's why you're picked out, because you're so bright and inventive and creative, and you read well, too. Here's our returning champ.
Well, good night, and thank you very much.
Carrie Jones, our returning champ. She has $2,200. She's from Pasadena, California, and we welcome you back. You're still happily married?
Yes, I am.
Good. All right. We have to check on those things. Now, you have a new opponent. She looks formidable. She wants to win. Her name is Laurie Cahan. Tell us about Laurie Cahan.
I'm from Philadelphia originally, just recently here in California. I'm a singer, and while I'm here in California, I want to make it rich and famous.
You do? How unique. That's good. Well, we wish you good luck, Laurie, on
Thank
this
you.
and all of your endeavors, and Carrie as well. And now let's play our game. Here's what we do. We use 9 words, you see, and they're all found in Webster's Third New International Dictionary. And today's words are embrocation, quell, limitrope, oblectation, logi, arbiter, purloin, scient, and mouchard. And we'll be finding out the definitions to 6 of those words. Then whoever's ahead at the end of that will have a chance at our double definition round, which today is worth $27,500. And one more thing, one of these words is a bonus word, and it can win for one of our players a trip to, well, look at that, a trip to New Orleans. Can you believe that? Yeah. Let's show our home audience today's bonus word. All right, Carrie, let's go to work here and win a trip, win some money, do all those things.
I'd like to start with purloin.
How do you like that? The bonus word. That can win for you a trip to New Orleans. If you've never been there, you've never lived. It is sensational. All right, Jamie, purloin.
Purloin is a witticism, and I just bought a book of Winston Churchill's 350 most famous witticisms. Unfortunately, they get a little weak around number 314.
Yes.
His Lady Astor once went over to Winston Churchill at the party and said, "Sir Winston, you're nothing but a bullying little toad." And Churchill put down his drink and said, "Lady Astor, I know you are, but what am I?"
Witticism. Very good.
Jolly well.
Cheerio. Marcia?
That's a great accent. I wish I could do that, but it would probably sound a little southern.
You're from the south side of Chicago.
That's right. Yeah, it's a little southern. Anyway, purloin means to age. My grandmother's getting on in years because my grandfather's 97, if you remember.
You had to get married, I heard.
Right,
Yeah.
and so, okay. Anyway,
Had to get married.
my grandmother, we're talking about now, she's still sexy. She even thought about getting a see-through nightgown. Only she didn't know anybody who could still see well enough to see through. To age.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Waste of money. Jimmy?
Purloin means to steal. And unfortunately, my cousin was caught stealing hamburgers from 7-Eleven. But his lawyer got him off. He pleaded temporary insanity.
Yeah, that's right.
To steal.
Okay.
Purloin.
All right. All right. Purloin is the word, Carrie. And this is for the trip to New Orleans. Does it mean witticism? Does purloin mean to age, perhaps? Or you think purloin means to steal?
Go with Jimmy and to steal.
Uh-huh. And if you're right, you're on your way to New Orleans. Is that right? Purloin to steal. Yes, indeed. Hey, Charlie, what about it?
The carrier off to the city of the famous Mardi Gras, historical New Orleans. We'll fly you and a guest from Los Angeles to New Orleans, enjoying the comfort and service of Continental Airlines. You'll stay for 6 nights and 7 days at the Hotel Provincial, located in the heart of New Orleans French Quarter and furnished with authentic French furniture. You may enjoy Creole cooking in the en fleur dining room, old world elegance and new world convenience furnished by the Hotel Provincial, worth $1,625.
Into a good time there, Carrie. Now we see behind so long is worth $75, and that goes on your scoreboard, and now we're over to Laurie.
I'd like quell.
All right, quell. Left-hand column, in the middle, unconnected. Marcia Warfield from Night Court. The word is quell.
Quell. Quell is to suppress. I could never quell my urge to giggle. I would giggle at the worst. Funerals, church. Finally, I quelled it. I was able to spend several hours without one giggle. I went to see Spaceballs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. There you go. Jimmy.
A quell is a deep thinker. Rodin's statue of the thinker shows a guy like this. You ever seen him like this? Obviously in deep thought. And he was pondering one of the greatest questions in life. Why the heck did I put crazy glue on my knuckles?
Yeah.
So anyway,
very good.
deep
All
thinker.
Right. Deep thinker. Quell, Jamie.
Quell is a bee. See, the worker bee flies back and forth, now listen to this, over 40,000 miles just to gather 1 pound of honey. Now that might seem like a lot of work, but it pays off because every 8 trips, he and his wife earn a free flight to anywhere in the continental United States. It means a bee.
Very nice. All right. Quell is the word. Does it mean a bee? Does quell mean to suppress? Or does quell mean deep thinker, Laurie?
Marcia is right with to suppress.
Oh, she says that with authority. She says quell is to suppress. Is that right, Marcia? Yes. You got it. And behind quell, we see his word. $25, and that goes from your scoreboard. 25 for Laurie and 75 for Carrie. And there we are, off to the races. Round 2, we'll raise those dollar amounts to give away more money and have more fun after this. Round 2, we've raised the dollar amount. We've learned a couple of words. We learned about purloin and quell so far. And now we're going to learn about what next, Carrie?
Logie.
Logie, right in the middle, connected to $75. If you get this right, you'll not only win the money behind Logie, but the $75 as well. All right, Jimmy Alec, Logie.
Logie.
Sir?
Logie is a small anchor. And this can be found on a tiny boat or whenever Emmanuel Lewis hosts the evening news.
A small anchor.
He's a small guy, and he would be small anchor.
Don't beg, Jamie.
Rodin's Logie. Rodin's Logie means groggy and listless. And everybody feels logy at one time or another. Even Chris, the half-man, half-woman at the circus. She just hasn't been feeling himself lately, yes. It's groggy
Yes,
and
it's groggy and
Rodin's groggy and listless.
Half of her is groggy and half of her is... yeah, okay. Marcia?
Rodin, the football player.
Okay, they're making fun of me because I said Rodin instead of Rodin. Okay, and that's what this is all about. Just to poke fun at me.
Picky.
Well, we would have picked something else if you hadn't done that.
We had a choice of a lot of things, didn't we, Mark?
Anyway, Logie, or Logie, which is a hoagie with the H out. Logie is smog. This morning, there was a smog alert. Did you know that?
No.
There was a smog alert, and I thought I saw a blue jay, but I was wrong. It was a robin holding its breath.
Yeah.
It was a robin holding its breath.
It was a rodent holding his breath.
Holding Rodin's breath. It's smog.
We're going to have to whip some change. We'll get this what he said. Carrie, logie is the word, all right? Now, it does mean one of these three. Does it mean groggy and listless, or does it mean smog, or does it mean small anchor?
I think it's Jamie and groggy and listless.
Groggy and listless. Is that logie, Jamie? Is that it? Oh, yes, it is. You got it, Carrie, and behind logie, you see his worth. $50 chance of 75, so we had 125 your score for a total of $200. Laurie.
I'd like arbiter, please.
Arbiter. Now, that's connected to all $3 amounts that are already established. And for that, we go over to Mr. Farr. Mr. Farr, arbiter.
An arbiter is a person who decides a dispute. Now, every day, members of the United States Supreme Court hear landmark cases that affect the constitutional rights of citizens throughout the country. And people often wonder how these noted jurists make these monumental decisions. Well, I was actually able to listen outside the judge's chambers and hear the judicial process at work. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, one potato, two potato. It's a person who decides a dispute.
Thank you, sir. Marcia? Arbiter?
Arbiter? Okay. An arbiter, as far as I know. Now, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. Look, don't get smart, okay? An arbiter is an intellectual. In Los Angeles, an intellectual is anyone who can read the Hollywood sign. Wait a minute, without moving his lips.
Yeah, right.
An intellectual.
All right. You got it going, Marcia. All right, Jimmy, arbiter.
That's the trouble with those girls I've been dating. That's what I have to do. I have to check them. Read that. Then I have to know. If they don't move, they're small. Okay, good. Thanks, Marcia. An arbiter. Arbiter is a bothersome person. I hate to say this, but my sister is a bit of a bothersome person.
Oh.
She wants to get married so bad, she wears a medical alert bracelet to let the doctors know she's single.
Oh.
A bothersome person.
Okay.
I have no dispute with Jamie.
She's going right for Jamie. A person who decides a dispute is an arbiter. Right, Jamie? Yes. Right, Laura. And behind that, you see it is worth $100 connected to $150, so we add $250 to your score for a total of $275. $275 for Laurie and $200 for Carrie. And round 3 with our final 2 words to add to your vocabulary are coming up next. Stand by. We're going to take a look at 5 more words, and we will examine 2 of those words. The 5 left on the board are embrocation and limitrope, a trope, that is, and oblectation and science and mouchard. Now, we'll examine 2 more of those before class is over for today. Carrie, which word shall we examine next?
Science.
Science. Okay, and that is connected to all $4 amounts up there, and so for science, we go to Marcia Warfield.
With the logical choice.
Of course.
Science means unfinished. Critics and musicians constantly raved about Schubert, yeah, unfinished symphony, as opposed to his wife, who constantly ranted and raved about Schubert's unfinished basement.
Schubert's unfinished basement. All right, Jimmy.
Science means knowing or skillful. Now, supposedly they say Dr. Ruth is very scient when it comes to sex. But I think we're in trouble when we listen to someone like Dr. Ruth. I mean, how old is she? 90, 95 years old? And she's giving us tips on sex. It's like going to your grandmother and saying, Grandma, what should I do? I'd rather get sex tips from someone who at least looks like they know, like Madonna. He would give you some good tips, wouldn't he? So science means knowing or skillful.
What do you think, Mr. Farr?
A science is an ancient Roman road. Now, our modern freeways have rest stops. Well, science had chariot stops. And that's where tired Romans would belt down a few orange Julius Caesars while listening to jukebox tunes like Tears on My Toga, See You Later, Gladiator, and You Took a Fine Time to Leave Me, Clementenstra. Clementenstra? It's an ancient Roman road.
I'll go with Jimmy and knowing or skillful.
Knowing or skillful for... You just figured that out from the Latin root science?
I hope so.
All right. Is that right, Jimmy? Knowing or skillful for science? Yeah, you did it, Carrie. That's behind science. You see, it was worth, look at that, $100 connected to $250, so we add $350 to your score for a total of $550. $550 for Carrie. Lori, you have $275. It's the 6th and final word. What's it going to be?
Embrocation.
Embrocation. Connected to every dollar amount up there, another one of those tight races down to the wire. For embrocation, we go over to the only man I can think of to start with for embrocation, and that's Jimmy Alec.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. That was nice. Embrocation means rubbing liniment. It is rubbing liniment. And, you know, whenever I smell liniment, I think of my uncle, who's a masseur. He also moonlights as a hitman. So first he'd rub them down, then he'd rub them out.
Yeah.
Rubbing liniment.
There you go. All right, that's the rub. Jamie.
An embrocation is a medical theory, and the latest medical theory states that we would all live 1,000 years, in listen to this now, if we stop smoking, drinking, and having sex. Well, actually, we wouldn't live 1,000 years. It would just seem like it.
Yes, that's right.
So it means
Medical theory. Embrocation, Marcia.
Embrocation is a family name. Like, did you know that Howdy Doody had a twin brother, Double Duty? And a cousin, Jury Duty?
Oh.
But now he also had a sister, Judy Duty, who Judy Duty was given the fits of temper, so they called her Moody Judy Duty. Then she moved abroad, got married, and changed her name. Now she's Duty Free.
Right. Like it.
I love that.
Now, Laurie, even though you have 275 and Carrie has 550, there's enough money in those connections up there to make you our winner. The word is embrocation. So does it mean medical theory? Does it mean family name? Or does embrocation mean rubbing liniment?
I'll go with Jamie.
You will. All right. If you are right, then you are going to be our champ. And you said Jamie for medical theory. Embrocation. Is that right, Jamie? It is wrong, and Carrie remains our champ. Carrie remains the champ. Now, audience, I want you to tell us, with your applause alone, what embrocation means. Does it mean a family name? How many? How many of you think embrocation is rubbing a liniment? They say family name. Is that right? Is that right? No! How do you like that? Rubbing liniment, embrocation. Well, we live and we learn, don't we, Laurie? Well, we learned that you're going to become rich and famous, and I believe that. I think you're going to do fine on the West Coast. We thank you for playing our game, and come back to see us sometime.
Thank you very much.
All right. Carrie Jones, come on over here, would you? This is her second day to win. She's won so far $2,200. She's going to have a chance in a moment, in 45 seconds, to win $27,500 in hard, cold cash. And we'll see how she does right after this. There you go. Carrie Jones' second day to win on Wordplay. This time she is facing the possibility of winning $27,500. What she has to do is get from the left side of this board to the right side of the board by connecting boxes in 45 seconds or less. Let's put 45 seconds on the clock. And we wish you good luck. And we'll start that clock with your first pick.
13.
Okay. Thin plumbing ring, dryer's part.
Washer. 14.
Bird arm, Allstate Jerry.
Wing. 15.
Joined as one, Friendly Skies Airlines.
United. 16.
Outer garment, paint layer.
Coat. 17.
Fine painting, a person's skill.
Art. 18.
And raised flooring, political parties' policies.
Platform.
You said it. You know this one. $27,500. I'm so happy for you. $27,500. 19 seconds left on the clock. How you feel? Good. He's still alive. We'll come back and tell you about all the winnings after this. 27-5 for Carrie Jones. Carrie Jones has just won $27,500. As a matter of fact, I think she's our all-time winner, which I think is quite appropriate at this particular time on Wordplay. In the game, $550. The trip, $1,625. Double definition round, $27,500. Total of... Now, let me see the two-day total. Here's the two-day total now. $32,000... Huh? All right, $31,875. 2 days. And you can come back for one more day. You want to do it?
Yes, I do.
Take it while you can get it, kid. Okay, we're going to see you next time on Wordplay. Don't miss it. We'll look for you. See you then. Bye-bye.
Today's runner-up on Wordplay will receive the amazing XD6700 portable electronic typewriter from Smith Corona with built-in features like spell-right dictionary, thesaurus, word eraser correction, and much, much more. Alan Smith's Entertainment Center, raised panel doors, adjustable VCR and stereo pull-out shelves, and a pull-out videotape tray furnished by Alan Smith & Company. And kids snuggle up warm on cold winter days with Fisher-Price outerwear, selected from the Fisher-Price family of quality products. And Zotos, a leader in salon products for over 50 years, superior perms and hair care products available only at fine salons, Zotos. And Hamburger Helper, it turns plain hamburger into a hearty, delicious meal your family will love. Hamburger Helper helps you make a great meal. Plus, fast, effective Q-Tex polish remover, it actually locks in moisture so your nails get stronger every time you use it. And RCA Security Switch, a motion-sensing light control, automatically turns lights on to welcome you and discourage intruders. Furnished by RCA Security Switch. And Vaseline Intensive Care Moisturizing Foam Bath. After you bathe, the softness lingers. Some member of our studio audience today will receive a service merchandise gift certificate. Select top name brands from our catalog or redeem at any one of our many stores furnished by Service Merchandise. For Wordplay, this is Charlie O'Donnell speaking.
Tonight on Highway to Heaven, a family is torn apart by drug abuse. Can Jonathan help them kick the habit and prepare yourself for the Bronx series? Then Shirley Daniels checks into St. Elsewhere to see that world just to Dr. Fisker.
Hi, this is Howie Mandel, Dr. Fisker for St. Elsewhere. My prescription for what ails you? Take 2 aspirins and watch St. Elsewhere tonight on NBC.